I'm bringing us in, man. What's going on, though? What's going on, Captain?
What's up with
Oh,
What's up with it, y'all? How
I'm
everybody
chilling.
doing this fine
We,
evening?
we we blessed with the.
Just so everybody know, can you explain that ugly
It's
ass
a
hat?
cowboy hat. I don't have to explain. It's a cowboy hat. It's ugly. It's ugly to you because you ain't got one. You know what I'm talking about?
Huh?
This is called a resistol. This is called a resistol 40-inch brim straw cowboy hat, baby. Keep that big Texas sun off your head.
Gallon,
There you go.
gallon.
Oh. we we blessed with the presence of Don Peasy and old L. Jeezy.
Cheers. Cheers, folks. How you guys doing?
Gentlemen.
Cheers and salutations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Make sure we got everybody that's supposed to be. I think I had Jeezy muted for a second. We good. Alright, so shit.
Ain't ain't nothing.
Mm.
What the lit read with it, run?
I can't call it, man. Just enjoying these W's. You know.
What
These W's
W's
that
are
we
you
got
referring
yesterday,
to?
man, against old New York Giants, man. It's a beautiful feeling.
You talking about y'all got doubles and
Oh,
me, y'all got a quarterback issue.
I mean, tomato, potato. You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
shit.
Tomato,
Y'all
potato.
got a quarterback issue, G.
all
I
I'm
mean,
when you came round to the
I can't.
crib, you caught an L. So
That's
you know.
old shit.
When they
And
came and when we went there
look
with the
here,
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
ain't nobody worried about old shit. You hear me? Ain't nobody worried about old shit. You know what I'm talking about? At one point, it was a recession. At one point, blacks didn't have the right to vote. Nigga, don't nobody care about old shit. You know what I'm talking about? Don't care about old shit. It's old shit. We living right now, baby.
All
Right
right.
now, baby.
If that what make you feel. That's what make you feel better. Well, shit, man. Let's
Okay.
get into it. Straight to it. No more talk,
So
nigga.
So
What
let's
we got
start
on the
with
docket?
You want to start with the Aries and Tiffany Haddish situation?
Just jump into
All
it.
right.
Just jump into it.
So uh, I don't think Jesus is aware, but basically what happened was a while ago. I'm not sure. Let's say fuck 10, 15 years ago. Aries Spears
okay.
and Tiffany.
2004.
2014.
2004.
Ooh,
Correct.
that's a little close. 8 years ago. Uh, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears did a skit, and I haven't watched the whole skit because it didn't seem to pique my interest. But the skit evolved around some questionable behavior involving kids, uh, acts of pedophilia. So the skit resurfaced, and at first they were saying how it was just kind of a shakedown, how the kids' parents were just trying to get money from them, and they was on that we don't negotiate with terrorists shit. Well, that shit lasts for about 2 or 3 months. No, about 2 or 3 weeks of public, public, just public humiliation, and they ended up settling.
So what
Looking
did
at
he actually do with the children?
They had a child allegedly was in the tub naked, walking around in his drawers. Yeah, just being objectified sexually.
So who did the child walk around?
hmm?
And I think that nigga done froze up.
Who
Now I
you
can
can't
hear
hear
you
me?
now, man.
So who took these photos or whatever the case
Who
that
was
was
running the skit?
basically
It was a
Yeah.
skit, a video
okay,
skit.
so it was a video skit that contained Arian Spears and
Tiffany
Yeah, it
Haddish.
was supposed to be comedic, man. Like they came from a comedic point. But you ever
Okay.
see somebody, try to tell a joke that bitch just don't land? It was kind of like that. They
Okay.
told a joke and it didn't land, except the joke involved pedophilia. So if
Okay.
there's any type of joking that you want to be careful with, is if you joking with pedophilia. 'Cause
Okay. So
Well, the other thing about it, they never.
wait. Pause, my man, Nick, bro. I gotta say this. There was a show that was out during the early '90s that was called by the name of In Living Color. That did an entire. That did a whole lot of pedophilia, whole lot of um, a whole lot of they did a lot of
questionable behavior.
inappropriate things. Yet, well, they did a lot of inappropriate things due to
Yeah.
age, due to current situations, all of that. They covered all the
Hold
above,
on.
and
What? I gotta stop. I gotta stop you there. The early '90s was a different time.
whether it was a different time or not. It's the fact of the matter that they done it, and there was
No,
none of. I don't care about the times or any of that shit. My thing is this right here. Are you gonna tell me that it's okay to fuck with a minor during the '90s, but it's not okay during the 2000s? So
Well,
so
yeah,
not to say that it's
yeah.
okay in any time period, but there is you do conduct yourself better once you understand better. There's behavior that we was condoning back in the '80s and '90s that would not be acceptable today. Uh, I use an
correct,
example of one of
right?
my favorite comedy specials is Eddie Murphy's Raw, and that was a joke where he
Mine as well.
where he made fun of homosexuals. He alluded to homosexuals sitting on top of a police car, making the police sound. Right. Funny as hell. I can't tell it without laughing right now. Highly inappropriate.
Yeah.
In fucking appropriate. That shit's unacceptable.
No, but you know what? This is some real talk from a whole bunch of real niggas. Guess what? It's totally appropriate.
Uh,
It's totally appropriate. So my thing is this right here. This grown man made millions of dollars off of making funny of that very situation. Okay,
Who?
now,
Funny
I'm talking
over.
about Eddie
uh
Murphy.
huh. Yeah.
This man made millions of dollars making funny about that very situation.
Mm,
Okay, so with that being said, whether it was the times or whatever the case you want to call it or whatever, this man made millions of dollars off of making funny of that very situation.
yeah.
So there shouldn't be anything wrong with us commenting or making funny of the very same situation that this man made millions of dollars on, and nobody said
Well,
absolutely anything about.
well. I mean, look at it like this. You behave now at the age of 38 than you differently than you did when you was 26, 25. The
That's very
the
true.
older you get, the I won't even go so far as to say better, but the older you get, the more different you may conduct yourself, and that's because we conduct ourselves based off the experiences that we've had and the lessons that we learn, and that tends to shape us. The way I think now may be
Right.
far better than the way I think. When I turn 60, I might be on some different shit, but the 20-year-old me would laugh at faggots, would laugh at homosexuals.
Not the F word. Not the F word.
Cause I was saying what I was finna say what I was finna say what he was
see,
calling him in the
that
special.
no, he was correct. He was
No,
correct.
no. The
But guess what? LG said it.
that now you bash it. But I'm just adjusting my volume right quick because every time I yell I go in the red. But uh the 20-year-old me would laugh at that type of humor. And the 40-year-old me, I wouldn't necessarily be repulsed, but I wouldn't laugh either. It's like, all right, nigga. I look at it now, like now, if you make fun of gay people now you punching down. because everybody done it now. You know what I'm saying? If that's the best you could do, you're reaching.
No, I can't say that. I don't think that it's punching down. In some instances, it may be distasteful,
It's
or
punching
it just may
down.
not be a good joke. But the funny is the funny, man. The funny is the funny. I'm not one of those guys that be like, you should mute the funny or command the funny. I laugh my ass off at Eddie Murphy Raw at all them
29,
jokes.
33.
So I mean, humor is supposed to be
Mm.
offensive to a degree.
I,
You understand what I'm saying? Because it's targeted at people to denigrate people. That's what the fuck a joke is. You know what I mean? There's some humor in which I find distasteful. I think the Tiffany Haddish and the Aries Spears shit, I think it was
yeah.
just distasteful. It didn't land. And today we have a system of selective outrage where people tend to pick what they want to be offended by or upset by, and I think that shit is bullshit.
I think that
You know what I'm saying? Granted, you know, it could have been offensive to some people, but I don't think it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that serious.
I think I think there's a major lack of sense of humor, and I also think that there's a lack of balls that a lot of people today have that they once had back then.
Mm-hmm.
No,
The reason being,
I think cell phones and all that shit play a portion of it because they'll play a snippet of
exactly.
something and it'll make you believe something. And what's crazy about what you said though, like I just think we're in a different time from back then. Because like my wife sent me this TikTok and it was just this group of people who asked this guy to take a picture of them. So he got the camera from the lady and went to take the picture and shit. And he say cheese, and then the motherfucker was like, hold up, before we take the picture, I'm lactose intolerant. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say cheese. And then there was another motherfucker. It just went down and down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Just how I believe like
Who the
how
fuck
sensitive we've
gives a
gotten as a society, bro. Like we super sensitive now.
That's what I'm saying.
I,
That's what I'm saying about lack of balls. G.
was that
it's like this?
Was that an actual?
Why the fuck?
Was it an actual thing, or was it like a
ahead.
skit or something somebody was running?
It was a skit. It actually was a good one
Mm-hmm.
because it was just like all tall people to the back, and then like the people that was going to the front was like they was discriminating against them because they too short to be in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and it just went on to a whole skit behind the whole shit, and just kind of like the way we look at shit now.
Yeah.
But to say that as far as the joke didn't land as far as dough words, but at the end of the day, I think when you're dealing with a minor naked in a tub walking around, I personally didn't see it, so I can't really speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
But just hearing it,
Thank
it's like,
right.
that ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like it's still
No,
some places that you shouldn't go.
Yeah, it's distasteful, no doubt about it. Do I think it was with malicious intent? Like they was like trying to take advantage of the child? No. Furthermore, in which to elaborate on the story a little bit further in detail, the mother of the child was at Tiffany Haddish's birthday party 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So guess what? So do you think that parent?
I mean, it was a shakedown.
Felt that there was any malicious intent to anything that took
no,
place?
It was a shakedown. I mean, anybody that looked at the shit see it was a shakedown. But you also wonder, how did you allow yourself to be put in that position? I don't know at what point they thought that the skits that they was running was gonna be funnier than what it was.
Clean.
I mean, if a nigga told me on paper, like showed me a skit on paper, it's like, hey, all right, so I'm gonna run this skit where I was talking to somebody about it. I can't remember exactly who it was, but I was like, with the skit where from what I seen, like at one point he's talking to this little kid, the little boy, girl, or whatever, and he kind of resembles some generic pedophile, and that gets tricky because as the audience, you just see Aries Spears being a pedophile, right? You see Aries Spears being a pedophile. You understand it's a skit. You're not convoluted about that shit. But if you're going to do some shit like that, you have to give the audience a target. Like, it's one thing if this is Aries Spears pretending to be a pedophile for the sake of a skit.
No, it was supposed to be a
Yeah,
Bill
yeah,
Cosby
but
parody.
he didn't go Bill Cosby parody. This nigga was just acting like fucking a creepy ass Ari Spears.
No, that's who he was supposed to be though, with the gray hair and shit like that. It was
Yeah,
supposed to be a Bill Cosby parody.
So hold on. So he was in character then. I mean,
yeah, no,
he was in full
yeah.
character.
But
Correct.
did he ever announce himself as
And
Correct.
otherwise, in other ways, it's his job, right?
yeah, yeah, but yeah, we still
So that means that this man is getting all this flack and all this shit for doing his job, correct?
well, I mean, if you fuck no, he getting flat for fucking up at his job.
The problem lies.
For doing
The problem lies the joke land.
regardless.
It didn't land. It missed the mark.
So what I'm saying is regardless of what he's saying, regardless of what he's acting, this man is getting flack for doing his job.
No,
right?
he's getting flack for making a
That's
horrible
no
decision
excuse.
because part of
won't
his
use
job
that
was
as
to
an
write
excuse.
that skit. All right, so during the skit, did he announce himself as Bill Cosby? Like like a motherfucker doing an impersonation of Bill Cosby. Is that how he did it, or was he just supposed to be like a character of Bill Cosby? Where like you look at him like, oh, I guess he's supposed to be Bill Cosby, and keep it moving. And
It was implied. Like I seen like a little.
that's what I'm saying.
On
Go
another
ahead.
podcast.
I think it would help more if I've seen it. See, I know absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just YouTube world. I know absolutely nothing of.
But and
parody
see,
of
part of the problem,
internet.
right? Like that's the problem with society today, is that
Yeah.
we form opinions based on other people's opinion without even knowing what the fuck going on.
But you know what? I can't form an opinion unless I see it for myself. So I don't form my opinion off of other people, but the society does. Myself personally,
now
I
you're
don't.
talking about
I don't.
it. Keep in mind, I haven't seen the skit neither. But when you tell me he's in makeup and he's acting, I'm pretty sure he didn't write that. Not saying
That's
that,
his job.
Right.
That's his
yeah,
job.
but he was just acting. So I just think like you know what I'm saying, like Leonardo DiCaprio, you know, the Django was
job.
the slave owner.
His
So-
job.
And that movie didn't land with a lot of people.
His job.
But I just think like I don't know, I just think maybe, you know what I'm saying, they're just objectively looking at it, because when I was thinking about it, automatically when I hear kids skit, walk around tub, I automatically jump in a certain place. But then, you know, as I hear it more, it was a skit. And I can't think off the top of my head, but I know it's been plenty of movies. Actually, the Dahmer show that just came out, he was fucking with a little kid. You get what I'm saying? They saying he's the best actor. You get what I'm saying? And how is that taken?
Yeah, but
away of what they did?
And you know what? And
That's
you know what?
the
And not
problem.
even to
With the
cut
joke.
you off, Don.
If a joke doesn't land in proximity, we look at shit. But had it been a good joke and had it been some quality shit, it changes the trajectory of the joke.
Well, let's talk about another joke that's real as fuck. Okay, if we gonna talk about some real shit, let's talk about Baby and these young ass niggas. These young ass.
That's
niggas
not real.
Oh no. Okay, so Baby getting out of a motherfucking tub or whatever, shower, whatever. These young ass little white boy and all that shit like that. It's fake.
No grown men. No grown
That
men.
wasn't no grown ass man.
Nigga,
G.
nigga,
And you know
so
what? And there's facts to that.
So
There's facts.
there's a couple things that I'll go on record to say. Baby said that wasn't him. He said that shit was Photoshop.
Oh,
Now
Photoshop.
that's what the man. That's what the man said.
Yeah, it was Photoshop.
and
So,
I know. Hold on. And I know the picture you're talking about. Even though the young man was smooth faced, I believe he was, if not adult, late teens. But it wouldn't be far fetched to say that sketchy ass white boy was adult.
I'm saying.
I mean, I don't care what the fucking nigga do with his dick, man. Like, I'm not the penis police, man.
My thing is this right here, and like I've said before many times, I have a family member I have a family that is into young boys, underage boys. Okay, I've said this before. So I understand and I know how words and things can be twisted around. And this is how this man is available to stay out of prison all of these years. Okay. So all of this shit right here, like this ain't nothing new to me. This ain't nothing that I take lightly. I'm not joking. I'm not bullshitting. I just have an issue with a joke and the real. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have a difference between the joke and the real. You got real.
But you can't go around. Hold on, brother.
Okay.
You can't go around spewing and projecting on the other people your trauma and or dysfunction.
No, it's not my
Like you
trauma.
literally
It's
just
not my
did what
trauma.
you're saying.
Is it?
Hold on.
I'm not
You're
trauma.
literally doing what to baby. You're literally doing the baby, saying baby doing all this when there's no evidence to prove that he's doing all this. So I
Okay.
mean that's backward.
But guess what? And guess what? Ain't no is Tiffany Haddish doing all this neither.
That's my point. I say it was
Ain't
just
no evidence.
distasteful, and
Look. Say it was a bad. It's a bad joke. That's it. That's it. That's all.
I think.
And it's a bad.
I think comedy can go too far.
It needed to be said.
I think comedy can go too far.
But you know what? But Rim, can a comic really go too far?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, first of all, you have your freedom of speech.
No, I get all that. I mean, all right. So here's the thing. I feel like a comic can go too far, but I also feel that feeling in itself is subjective. A comic may go too far for me, but he might not go too far for Don. If I'm somewhere in a comic, pull my mama out of the crowd and start roasting my mama, I might think he's going too far. Not because his jokes are unfunny, but because he's saying them towards my mama. To me, that's too motherfucking far. But that's merely subjective. That's merely me. The next nigga sitting next to me ain't gonna give a fuck about that shit. So I think it is possible that a comic can go too far, but I think that notion in itself is subjective.
Well, again, it goes to in which you're in proximity to the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if you at the comedy show with your mama, he joking on somebody else's mama, you ain't gonna be like it's time to leave. You're gonna laugh your ass off.
That's a good chance.
Right.
But then when he turned his attention to your mama, now it's an offensive joke.
Wow.
But here's the thing, though.
But you know,
like, hold up with the whole freedom of speech. I love when people say that shit. Yeah, you got freedom of speech, but you don't got freedom of consequence. So hopefully, whoever he delivering that joke to, mama, ain't that nigga that turned that shit up, G. He a nigga that'll sit back and shrug it off. So he got to choose right too now. But you can't just be reckless. So a comic can take it too far. If you get a nigga to come up there on the stage to beat your ass, you don't went too far.
But you know what? Don. You know what? I feel you. You know what? You 100% right. But I gotta say this though. This man got a job. That's his job. To get up there.
He made poor decisions at his job, my nigga. Like if we're writing on a show, right? And you're my brother, and you be like, "Hey, Ram, I got this idea for a skit." I'm like, "Lay it on me." It's like, "All right." So even if you was like, "All right," so you gonna be a pedophile, you gonna lose me at that point because I'm not. That sounds dangerous.
Correct.
That shit sound. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, bro, that sounds dangerous. Let's not do that. Let's not fucking do that." Because it's.
Hey, you know what? Guess whose fault that is?
Ain't nobody fault.
Whose fault that is? No. Hell no, bro.
Who the person
who put him on TV to do that shit?
He did.
That's who fault.
No, this was some shit he came up with. I thought
he came up with it, but who put TV to show it?
No, it wasn't shown. That's the thing about it. It never came out.
So guess what? Somebody put it out to be talked about.
Yeah, yeah, it
The
got leaked.
child mama, the get the bag.
No, it wasn't even just child mama, G. Somebody put it out for the child mama to find out about it.
No, she had to take. Like she had a copy of the skit.
She was there when they
She had a
filmed the
copy of the skit.
skit.
Yeah.
So okay. So okay.
The mama
They
fell on
talked
hard
about the
times.
skit.
The mama was talking to somebody.
Come on, Don.
And then,
Come on, Don.
then they said, you can have a lawsuit.
And that's probably
So she like,
what
"I'm
happened.
broke. Let me go and make
Come
this
on,
shit
Don.
public and see what I can get."
That's
And it's not that she got
Come
to
on,
prove
Don.
that she right. Essentially,
Come on,
all
Don.
she got that all she already people know that it happened, and what they'll do is pay her out to keep the shit down and move the fuck on.
and that's
Thank you,
that's probably
Don.
exactly what happened.
Thank you,
But
Nobody wants to.
Thank you, Don. I'm sorry.
Any headline with just like Rim said, pedophilia music coming, you gonna play that? Nobody want to be in that.
But listen,
especially not in the public eye.
listen, and just like that's exactly what happened. She wouldn't have had.
Oh wow,
She,
okay. I didn't even know that.
she wouldn't. No, I'm just saying. I'm almost certain that's what happened because I mean they shot the shit 8 years ago, and all of a sudden it came. I'm almost certain that's what happened. But
Yeah.
I still say, had they not shot the shit, she wouldn't have had nothing to sue them niggas about.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a catch-22, right?
Right.
Like,
yes,
it's the
it
same
is.
thing. It's the same thing we encounter with putting black men in dresses and putting them on TV, right? Like the whole conundrum becomes: at what point does it become art, and what point does it become distasteful? And I think that in this event, just like black men in dresses, it's unnecessary and
Yeah.
it's distasteful. The problem becomes is that society, they pick up the ball and they run with the ball. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! But like,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
So do you believe?
You know, and
No, you believe
go ahead.
that it's two sides to every story, right? So just think about what we're talking about.
It's
No,
really three.
no. I don't
Really
believe
three.
it's two sides
Okay,
to every story.
There's
sides
three.
to the
It's
story.
not two.
But the point, I'm gonna just
No,
point
it's only the absolute truth. The absolute truth is they made a
Did you?
distasteful
no,
skit with
no,
a
no,
child,
no,
and then it's
It's her side, it's your side, and it's the truth.
no,
There's
no,
three.
no. You're right. But listen to this. This is what I'm gonna say. Think about we're talking 8 years ago, right? And 8 years ago, and just to go back to what Rim was speaking about earlier, he was talking about like when you know better, you do better, essentially. And then if you go back that time, we don't really know. Go back 8 years. Tiffany Haddish was kind of getting started at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another
At
thing.
the beginning of her career.
We like we don't even know like their situation or what made them take that road, even though they know it maybe not been the right thing. And then they maybe been happy it didn't come out. You see what I'm saying? But it was just on the road to success, and sometimes you got to lose to win. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just looking from the other side of the lens versus automatically just harping on that this is wrong, this is wrong. But hell, them motherfuckers may have been broken in a bitch. You know what I'm saying? They may have been going through some life changing
that
shit.
that was supposed to be over. As far as into the crossover into mainstream,
That skit.
she did a lot of skits back
Yeah.
then.
That's
You know,
that's.
and
She
the
may have
fact that
been looking at it like it's just work. It's just work. I'm trying to work. I'm trying.
Are
to
you talking about that type of work?
work.
Okay. I often
What
say.
you say, brother?
I often say.
Say
I often say. Oh, you talking about that type of work? Not necessarily that skit was supposed to be what crossed over. Cause shit, that's that shit.
Right.
no,
It's just, when you
at the
try to
time
make
she was doing anything that came
Yeah.
across her plate.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But now here goes the unfortunate thing though.
Right.
Unfortunately for black entertainers, everything comes what don't come out in the rents come out in the wash.
Yeah.
They
What
went
about
back 50
Kevin
years,
Hart?
they got Bill Cosby.
What about Kevin Hart when he couldn't
Yeah.
host the what was it, the Emmys or some shit like that, and
The
that was his
Oscars,
dream
yeah,
or some shit, the Oscars.
Yeah.
And then they went back to a
yeah.
tweet that he wrote years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had him. That was one of his dreams. That what he wanted to do. So just different way of looking at things. What's up, Rim?
Yeah.
It come back to bite you. You know what I'm saying? Um, you got that. You got Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, uh, Terry Crews, pretty much anybody you can think of that done went through black except Denzel.
But it happens, and see now you can shift it in. Why is it the black folks?
Well,
Exactly.
It's on
because
a whole total different scale, G. Like that Brett Favre shit.
but who
And I'm
run
go ahead.
who who society used to run the outrage train?
True, true, true. Because they don't do none of this. They don't do
Shit.
none of this shit to the white to the white comics. They don't do none of this shit like that to none of them white folks. I promise you. One person that
They
the
tried.
one person that they tried,
They
the
tried.
one person that they tried real shit was Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry
Oh, that's so
Seinfeld was a
Kramer.
real nigga. Real shit. I fuck.
No, they tried it with
Yeah.
Leonardo. They tried it with
They
Leonardo
they holler
DiCaprio.
at Kevin
They
Spacey
tried it
pedophile ass.
with
Well,
Liam
Liam
Neeson.
Neeson calling niggas nigga.
Yeah,
But how
like
far
dude,
did that shit
basically,
go though?
well,
listen,
the nigga
Jack, I'm
said
trying to tell you,
fuck y'all.
the only
Kevin
way
Bougie.
you get outrage subscribed to is black women have to adopt the
Oh
outrage.
wow.
If black women don't adopt the outrage, it don't get picked up. Nobody gives a fuck. Go back. Let's look at Doja Cat. Look at Doja Cat. She in a chat room with crackers calling the nigga bitches, showing her fucking feet. Sisters didn't pick the ball up and run with that shit. Real talk. Sisters ain't picked the ball up and run with that shit.
Didn't Brett
She's the
Favre
biggest pop star.
steal some money for some homeless shit for some kids or some
That
shit?
nigga said,
Hold on.
Correct.
And that's not even the story right now. But
Let's talk
and
about
then
the
your
white
boy,
man. We
But
got
he
to talk about the white man that stole all that money
made
from Mississippi during their whole water crisis and all that shit like that. Millions of dollars from the from the water crisis that's going on down in Jackson, Mississippi, and that's a white man that did that, and that's also a celebrity that did that.
But you don't see black women
Now,
picking the story up. It
now,
ain't in the
now,
chat rooms. It
not
ain't.
one, not one.
So if black women don't pick it up, it don't become an outrage. Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears shit became an outrage because guess what Ari Spears did recently, right on at before the story came out.
he ran his motherfucking mouth.
He sure
He
did.
said some
He
extra
sure
shit.
And what in the very next week, boom, I got you.
Lizzo people went back and found some old shit and said, "Guess what, nigga? I got you."
Yeah.
no, not even that. Found the old shit, then contacted the motherfucking woman, pushed up to do the shit. You know what I'm saying? The lady probably was just chilling, and she got a knock at her door and was like, "Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many bills?"
But you know what? Would never admit to any of this that we talking, even though we know that that's the fact.
Hell no.
Well, I mean, again, she was at Tiffany Haddish birthday party 2 years ago, Jack. So she couldn't have been that mad to go party with the motherfucker that allegedly took advantage of your son.
Thank you.
But she got that call.
Correct. Correct. Now, here go the fucked up.
Such and such X amount of dollars if you say that
Right.
that
She
disrespected
answered the
you.
phone. It sound like one of them commercials. What that shit was called? Ophioliosis. If you suffer from heavy breathing, what that shit was
If
called?
you suffer from the fin and read the motherfucking shit, we gonna give you all you gotta do is call this phone number. We gonna look, we're expecting your call. Give us a call.
Well, the fucked up thing about the story becomes that it wasn't incidentally. Ari Spears' career was nowhere. He was hot at the moment. It ended up ruining another black woman because Tiffany Haddish lost all her
Tiffany lost,
acting gigs, all of her performances, and
that's the hard
everything
up
behind
part.
it.
That's the only thing that I feel sorry for about this whole fucked up ass silly ass situation. I don't. Hey, this nigga went out his way to talk about Lizzo. Yep, fucked up. This nigga went out his way to make a pedophile skit. Fucked up. She
That happened to have.
that happened to have her
Excuse me,
motherfucking
brother.
ass in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So who
Tiffany
lost in that
Haddish
situation?
clearly lost.
Yes, you did.
Correct. And who had to settle the cases? Aaron Spears ain't got no fucking.
Tiffany
Come on,
Haddish.
come on. But this is the culture in which is being created
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
us, right? Like to where they have literally weaponized our women to where if black women don't like you, your
Yeah.
ass out of there, Jack.
I ain't even gonna just say black
You
women,
out of
dog.
there.
I'll say in general. Excuse me.
No,
I say everybody, dog. Like
I just,
it ain't just black women. I can't just put that on black women.
dude. Unfortunately, if black women lead, I'm not going to say it, but black women in society right now are the most powerful people in the world, Jack. For real. Well, in America, next to white men, I would
I
say.
was just say that.
But if black women come,
But I don't.
if black women, well, but white men can't win the battle of social
That's the
interaction.
thing with the gospel.
Black
The
women,
gospel train, that ain't what motherfuckers make bread. I mean, it turns head. You know what I'm saying? Focus is on
it
salvation.
don't make it don't you can't you can make money off of it and it can break you as well. Hundreds of people that is broken behind dusty behavior. R. Kelly, what happened with R. Kelly when they dropped Surviving R. Kelly? After 20 years of not being able to get R. Kelly in jail, they got this nigga within 6 months.
But
Come
They got him within 6 months.
but he was
Also,
touching kids.
also they
Like-
built up a
like it's not-
team of black women. Correct. Hey, though you correct right there. They built up a team of black women to go against this man,
Yeah.
and that's what allowed him to be convicted.
or what maybe would I mean,
Well,
but he did. I mean, it's not like they pulled this conviction out of the sky.
Well, here's the thing, Rim, in which you gotta weigh into account. He wasn't convicted for sexual acts with a minor. They convicted him on a one-man RICO charge, if
What was
that
the
makes
charge?
sense.
Yeah.
It was a RICO charge. He got caught with racketeering and basically this the same thing they do with
Yeah.
pimps.
hold on, wait.
Because they get you that
Go ahead.
Hold on, though. In Chicago, he got hit with quite a few.
convicted for the RICO.
That was in New York.
You talking
Correct.
about for like tax
He
evasion?
got hit.
Is that,
Yeah, he got hit with tax evasion and all that bullshit in New York. In the city of Chicago, he got hit with child molestation,
Kitty cry.
and all that other kind of bullshit and all that shit
No,
like that.
it was sexual intent with a minor in Chicago. That happened, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks ago after he was indicted on the federal RICO charges. The charges he was indicted on, it originates back in 1908. The first black heavyweight fighter, Jack Johnson, when he had married a white woman and took that white woman across the state line from Georgia and took her to, I believe, Texas, and it was his wife at the time. That's where they come up with that racketeering charge for the one-man RICO from. So it has been used previously. That also they get pimps like that too for taking hoes over the state line. That's why you see a lot of pimps be like, I don't travel with her, or they don't buy them on plane tickets.
Right.
They put them on that Greyhound.
Right.
I don't
So
know what he got
in a situation like,
I don't know. I wish we had a computer right here to pull up his actual charges.
I mean, I can look on my phone.
You got a computer, sir? Can you fact check?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
Yes, sir, I do.
like no, I don't fully understand racketeering charge, but I thought that
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
in order for it to be racketeering, like you had to, if you charge one person with a crime, you could charge the whole entire organization with the crime.
yeah,
But it still has to be the crime. Like the crime can't necessarily be
it's just him.
RICO.
He can't catch a RICO charge by himself. Can he?
What was R. Kelly convicted of?
Yeah, for real, G.
Oh shit! Of the band act and racketeering.
Okay,
Oh,
he's serving. He's serving.
Ah,
you on point,
ah.
G.
Yeah, yeah,
Of the man
exactly,
act and racketeering.
exactly.
Oh, wow.
What's the
So he got racketeering?
white? Oh, slave traffic. That's what he do. It's slave traffic.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, hey, he got convicted of racketeering. Well, what was he what was the racket?
In
Slavery.
other words,
Oh,
in other
okay.
words, R. Kelly ain't never gonna. R. Kelly ain't never gonna see. Is never gonna getting ready to get out. No time soon.
They gave him 30 years.
He's never gonna get out.
Plus, correct. He gonna die in jail unless they do what they did with Bill Cosby and find a flaw in the charge.
They find a flaw in the charge. He might be able to see the light of day again. But other than that, fuck no. R. Kelly gone. Hey, y'all can hang all that TP 5, 4, 5, whatever the case may be. Y'all hang all that bullshit up.
This is the second.
Hey, y'all can hang up all that shit. If a woman's fed
This is the second time we done made our way to R. Kelly.
y'all can hang all that shit up. So he gone.
Huh? I mean,
I still fuck with look. I fuck with R. Kelly. I fuck with his music. You know what I'm saying? Like the man can make some good music, but you know what?
that nigga made beautiful. He made beautiful music.
If you can make
about
some good
singing
music,
a little girl,
and you know what? And not to cut you off, Rim. I'm
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
I'm
No,
so
you're good.
sorry.
You're good.
My thing is this right here. If a man, if it, the man who was able to make music to confess his wrongdoing and make the world accept it,
that nigga confessed.
and make the world accept it.
That nigga confessed
also,
every wrongdoing except for the major one.
Yes, he said everything. If y'all motherfuckers in this world don't understand that this man was saying everything that he was doing wrong in his music,
except for
But didn't the nigga say? Didn't he write "Age ain't nothing but a number" and shit? And
yes,
the
he
whole
did.
Aaliyah fucking album.
Yes, he did.
And he was leaning back behind on some creep shit in the front. You don't remember that album cover, G?
I do.
No, the song that got him convicted in Chicago. I'm sorry.
Cap, you alright over there, man?
Ain't nothing but a number. Got your young bitches singing it.
Not me. Not me. Not mine.
That's the song that got him convicted in Chicago. I'm sorry. Just to be truthfully about this whole shit.
So yeah. I think
I did hear the nigga used to like to go to McDonald's across the street from the high school.
Hey, you know what? I wasn't gonna talk on what I'm getting ready to say. Don, you know what I'm getting ready to say. Went to a high school by the name of Proviso West, that is in Bellwood, Illinois. It's a high school.
Dry snitching or no? Is this considered dry snitching? Let me know.
nah, it ain't dry.
Nah, it's considered
It ain't dry.
facts. Ain't nothing dry about it.
Nah, it ain't dry.
Don't fuck it up.
Ain't nothing dry about it. All I'm gonna say is it was real wet because the nigga pissed on the bitch. So all I'm gonna say is this right here.
Too far.
I went to a high school of the name of Proviso West for a short amount of time in Bellwood, Illinois, and there was a bitch in my class. There was a bitch in my class came to school in a Mercedes Benz, a brand new Mercedes Benz that wasn't out yet. Happened. That was the same bitch that was in the video that he pissed on.
And and everybody was shocked. When the motherfucker was like,
so she also was pregnant.
Little kids.
She was also pregnant. and was then removed from the school immediately. She was removed from the school. And this all facts. I can pull up affidavits, whatever you want to see. She was removed from the school because, first of all, the accusations had started to come out.
Yeah.
And once the accusations started to come out, there was really nothing she could say about anything. Her parents didn't know that she even owned this vehicle. Her parents didn't even know that she had the money that she had and all that shit like that because it was all given to her by R. Kelly.
So that's a lot, and I believe every word of it. And
Look, we on YouTube right now. LG, Williams, y'all want to know the government? DM, boom.
what is you Jack?
I'm sorry. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
We can pull up affidavits. We can pull up all kinds of school transcripts for all that kind of shit. The years will match up. Classes will match up.
Yeah, I think Tiffany Haddish got a bad break on this whole Ari Spears thing.
Yeah, she did.
R. Kelly is as guilty as we thought he was. I think.
I ain't gonna let y'all just do this nigga like that. I'm sorry. I seen that shit in school, in middle school, high school, and so forth. I remember niggas out there selling drugs. I had a girl with clean their house. I don't know if they were fucking. Probably was.
But just
to sit back and say that R. Kelly just some creep ass nigga. That was the climate we was in.
Just because everybody was doing it, don't mean
that you went to school. How many chicks you went to school with, though? And them hoes drove to school in a Mercedes Benz and said that they got it for cleaning some nigga house.
Quite a few.
They didn't quite say that, and they wasn't driving Mercedes Benzes, but them little hoes did used to have the dope boys from the neighborhood come and pick them up. You know what I'm saying? And the whip in high school, take them away for lunch. You already know what the lick read, brain ass back and shit like that. So,
hey, we gotta.
I see what the climate was back then. I ain't saying it was right.
Talk about what was right across the street from the school.
I'm not saying it was right either, but here's the thing: we know Aaliyah and Jay-Z was fucking too.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, I don't like when we sit back and we pick and choose who the villain was or who the villain is.
How would you see why Jay-Z took his depart from the best of?
What?
No, I'm not gonna say that had anything to do with it. Them two niggas couldn't get along, but Jay-Z also had Foxy Brown too, who was fucking 16 doing ill nah. So like again, to sit back and try to isolate situations and pick and choose who villains are based upon rewriting history, that shit is out, man. Like I grew up in the 90s, dog. I remember listening to Age Ain't Nothing when I couldn't get no pussy because the older niggas was fucking the hoe. So
fuck that. That nigga was fucking them kids.
From school, dog.
Like I
hear what you said though. At the same time. Across the street from the school.
Okay.
No, but here's another thing though.
Okay.
Now, but the thing about it, you put Bill Cosby in the conversation, right? He was fucking with grown bitches that was doing drugs at the same time and blame him for the drugs.
Correct. Like the part in which nobody mentions, there were underage women in Bill Cosby report too, but nobody mentioned they met at the Playboy Mansion. Who owned the Playboy Mansion? Nobody goes and get them.
You have to.
Just like with Jeffrey Epstein, right? Jeffrey Epstein. They went after Jeffrey Epstein.
But they did get the old lady though. She got 20 years. What was her name? Anybody can bring it up from
Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well,
yeah, but again, it's selective culture. No, I just straight.
I ain't refreshed. So yeah.
So yeah.
Matter of fact, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Keep it going then. Shit.
Yeah, okay, I'm finna break it.
No, just go fill your drink up, nigga. Shit.
Like that then. Shit, you gotta go to the bar. Go to the bar.
If you want, just take a break, man. Fuck it, just take a break. This shit. No,
Well,
take a break.
I mean,
Just take a
cause
little break.
normally if we go refill a drink, we'll take a break. But I didn't know everybody was like, I seen niggas cameras cutting off. I didn't know that's what it was. I thought niggas was just niggas be like, like I'm fucking taking it back. I'm like, oh shit, my bad, I'm over drinking ice.
Oh, you out?
Press the drink up.
Joe the one that cut his camera off.
Maybe for to take a break, man.
That's my camera.
Hold on, I'm right back.
This is INMF.
I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
I loved you. What happens, I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
I'm bringing us back in, and we back in there.
Well, after a long, thorough R. Kelly discussion, what else you got on the docket there, Rim?
Let me see. Let me check my handy Palm Pilot. Palm Pilots.
Well, while you're doing that, I just want to tell you guys, to all the listeners out there, I happen to be in the path of Hurricane Ian down in Tampa, Florida. Pray for the city.
Yeah.
That's it.
Shout out to Tampa Bay.
That's it, man.
So, what I got on the list, I got some with the baby. I got some with Rachel Dozell. Yeah.
Just run.
Just
run it.
Baby. So the baby dropped an album recently and had a single on it where he dropped lyrics about having sexual intercourse with Megan Thee Stallion, right? Well, so we called out for the sucker shit. This lame shit. He doubled down, shot a video for the same single, and has a Megan Thee Stallion lookalike in the video.
Does he look like Megan Thee Stallion?
From what I've seen, no. But I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and preface this statement with I'm partial. I'm biased. So no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. The nigga's lame. So I guess if I had a question, is to y'all? It just seem like some sucker shit, or do y'all not have anything invested? You don't care at all.
I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say about that.
Lay it on me.
All right. What I have to say about that is, first of all, what a lot of people didn't know is that Megan Thee Stallion was fucking Tory Lanez and also the baby at the time of the incident.
Allegedly.
Hold on.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you right, dope. I'm gonna say allegedly.
Allegedly, damn it.
I'm gonna say allegedly.
Man, it sounds like you slitting up for a smear campaign, on my nigga.
We know how hoes do, and we all know what that is.
Nigga, whoa. Wait a minute,
no,
man.
Ain't no whoa.
What was she committed to either one of these niggas?
No, whether she was committed or not, we gonna see it like
you're clearly being biased here. You're clearly being biased, nigga. You said the slick she was with both these niggas at the same time. You know how women of the street do, and then proceeded off with your statement, nigga. Quit trying to sway the jury, my nigga. Just say that shit.
So what she was doing. So what she was doing, and I swear I'm not tampering with the witness at any way, shape, or form. So what she was doing was she was fucking with Tory, and she was fucking with old baby at the same time. And I guess neither one of these niggas. Well, one nigga didn't know nothing about the shit, and the other nigga knew everything about the shit. Allegedly.
Because we wasn't there.
I cleaned it up for YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube, but I cleared up for you. Edit that out. So, all right.
No, we're not going to do this. I'm not finna let you get on this bitch, talk reckless, and be like, you can edit it out. No, nigga.
I'm going to say this. All right. So, with that being said, a hoe was being a hoe. All this shit that she talk about in her music, she was being what she is.
Okay.
So,
have you ever heard?
Man came out on his latest shit. and he outed the shit.
Okay.
Is he wrong? No.
That's an opinion. I mean,
No, he wasn't.
So it's mature behavior to kiss and tell like that.
But you know what?
We talked about this.
Well, I think we talked about this. So we talked about this part of it.
I don't know, but if she do
The video,
well, I think
no.
at the time we were talking about the lyrics, and all right, so we have to distinguish between the lyrics. All right, I see what we need to do. We need to distinguish between the lyrics, which we already talked about, that whole kiss and tell shit, in the video, which would either be furthering him telling his truth or furthering him doing sucker shit. Like it's baby on top of baby, it's sucker shit on top of sucker shit. Sucker shit to the second power.
I can't say that, man.
Why the fuck not?
I think it's rap. It's rap at this point.
No, man.
It's rap.
That shit sucker shit, G. In mine.
That shit sucker
because
shit.
you know what?
But
and I feel not be at that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I say that is because it's this right here. Look, my thing is this right here. If I'm fucking with a bitch or some shit like that, I'm not gonna go tell the world that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking what? Hey, the world don't need to know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right. It's because you're not a sucker.
I ain't no sucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga.
That's what I'm saying. So
the world don't need to know what the fuck I'm doing.
you see how you thought about that. Like it don't take a second thought to compute that. You don't need no time for that to register. You know, like it's not the world business. Da 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 da. There's
You know what's
right
deeper in that realm? Hold on, check it out. This nigga, when he made that song, was actually in a room with other niggas. And everybody was probably just on board with that shit. Just like, yeah, nigga, that's how you get that.
You
bitch.
all the company. You the company, and nobody, nope, not a single nigga in that room was like, "Hey, bro."
It was like, come on, G, hold on. That ain't what we moving this brand to. You know what I'm talking about? Bitches gonna do bitches. And if you think a bitch ain't gonna do what a bitch supposed to do, nigga, you trying to challenge some shit that a bitch supposed to do. You know, so that's just my take on it. But at the end of the day, he gotta sell some records. The biggest way to motherfuckers sell records nowadays is to go viral for any fucking reason. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
G? Link some bullshit to your shit so people at least want to hear it. Because that make people play that record. But at the end of the day, as far as Negro code, man code, G code, it ain't none of that.
What you got, Cap?
In my opinion.
What you got, Cap? I know what you look like. I know what you look like when you got the start of line. Go ahead. What you got?
All right, I was just gonna say, ain't nobody bigger than the program, man. You know, that's all it is. She tried to block the nigga paper. All gloves off at that point. Ain't nobody bigger than the program, G. You can say that, hey, sucker shit, whatever. Ain't nobody bigger than the program. Program mill get this paper, sell these records. She tried to get in the way. She got ran the fuck over. The quality victory go to the baby. His album went number one. It worked.
6ix9ine with number one.
Can't not,
I mean,
you know what 6ix9ine went wrong. Like what the 6ix9ine do? The fuck? Like sometimes, man, this is what I dislike about the culture, right? We tend to pick and choose our battles, and then we reference other shit where niggas pick and choose their battles. What the fuck 6ix9ine do?
To Don's point though, like how much accolade are we holding this number one slot in how much accolade do we put into that? Like for him to be number one now is what his album dropped. What's today? Tuesday. When does his album drop? So he's number one. So he shot to number one really quickly. So there's something there, but there's yet to be sustainability. Now I'm not taking a shot at it, but to say that if your job is to sell records, and then in order to sell these records, you don't hang yourself on your lyrical ability or your talent or the song making ability. You push your records through the controversy in the lyrics that you use surrounding that controversy. That speaks to that lack of lyricism, kind of like with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Tekashi, his song making ability wasn't pushing his album. The controversy and the bullshit surrounding his albums was pushing his albums. And I think that's what I'm saying.
No, before the controversy, Tekashi was the biggest rap star in the world.
But no, when he came out, he didn't have, he got online and all that crazy shit, and it really was everything that was surrounding him.
No, he got the song with Nicki Minaj is what made him a global icon.
How many songs have we had with Nicki Minaj, bro? I mean, I'm speaking honest because
Two.
I want to say two.
I heard the one
three.
after the court cases.
Yeah, nah, the one I heard both of them, but I'm just saying though, his album did go #1 surrounding with controversy, and that's all I'm saying. So like a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, like just like before when we was talking about this, like why now? He could have told that a month ago or 2 months ago. She stopped.
But you can't. We can't dictate when a man decides to tell his motherfucking style.
But we can question if there's a motive, if there's a time. Like I said, kind of like we can't dictate whenever a woman want to leak out a motherfucking Ari Spears video, but we question the time that she did it.
But we know the timing of it. The point of
did the same shit. You was just like her motive was
no.
So it has
The
to
point
be
in
the reasoning behind it. That's all I'm saying.
The reason he didn't say nothing beforehand is because why give it away for free when I can sell the shit? Like it's good business. Like the baby went cold for a minute. It's good business.
No, that's the point. So do you sell your integrity? Like do you saying, okay, now that somebody gonna give me an amount of money, it's time for me to tell this shit so I can go to this position. Then that in itself questions integrity and shit, like the person you are, your morals, how you feel, and all that stuff, bro.
If you expect an integrity and morals from niggas today, shame on you.
Nah,
like who exemplified? Name me one person who exemplified that.
What about J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
Nah, the niggas on the call tonight, G.
Or like regular niggas, or like famous niggas.
Famous niggas.
So what about?
I don't personally know these.
I was from their presentation. Yeah, I say J. Cole, but J. Cole could be at home beating his old lady. I don't know, but from his presentation, I would say he has integrity.
You're like you don't personally know these niggas, man. Like at the end of the day, like I still hold them to the same standard, but you should always hold people to a standard that's gonna be involved in your life, G.
And if that's the case, then how can you say that a man would be sacrificing his integrity for telling his side of the story?
I can just tell you what I would do. That's all.
You,
I mean, at the end of the day,
but the chance of you fucking making a stallion.
You know what I'm saying? I'm biased in my opinion. I don't feel that's G.
Do we?
That's just.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you all good, man. But I honestly feel like that's just not G. You know what I'm saying? I think it's different ways to do money, and men supposed to conduct themselves a certain kind of way. But if a nigga fucked a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, he could have told that shit when he didn't have an album coming. I understand where you coming at, and you saying, hey, is money attached to it? But see, I think like the world again, motherfuckers chasing this money shit. I think, you know what I'm saying, money gonna come to you when you a solid nigga anyway. You ain't got to do the theatrical shit. You know what I'm saying? That little shit, what they say, things that shit fast, don't shit long.
I've never heard that in my life.
I feel it.
I mean, it makes sense. I've never heard that in my life.
Oh, my bad.
The shit fast, don't shit.
Well, I heard it was a horse. The shit fast, don't shit long.
Things, a horse, hot damn trolls. I've never heard that shit in my life. It makes it Perfect sense.
Yeah,
Very good metaphor. Very good saying. I just never heard it in my life.
like,
Something new.
but the reality of the matter, man. And again, I'm arguing his right to do it because it's not something that I personally align myself with.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
But
the
he should have
shit
the right
because
to do it.
I believe my talent should be able to sell the record more than I should.
Uh,
But I respect him doing it because that's his story. Um, I think that the fucked up part about it is we try to apply a moral compass because he talking about a woman, as opposed to applying that moral compass when he talk about killing motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying?
I think. Well,
So it's okay for him to talk about killing. It's okay for
I
him to talk
think.
about killing, but he said he fucked a
No,
bitch.
no,
That's
no,
where
no,
we
no.
draw
I
the
think
line at.
no. I think we draw the line at this though, because there's association. When if he be like, and I killed 20 niggas, we don't know these 20 niggas. So for all we know, these 20 niggas can be made up. But if he
There's
said
video,
if he
baby,
but
killing
listen,
motherfuckers.
if he said if he said I killed Roger Bakelin at the Walmart, shit, we might know Roger Bakelin. I don't know this nigga name or whatever. I I my point with that is it's about that association. By him saying, "Hey, I did this with this person," it becomes real. Versus everything else is kind of just rap lyrics.
It becomes it. Hold on. This is the important delineation you must make. It becomes real to you because you can identify with Meg the Stallion. When he talked about killing people in his raps, you can't identify with that nigga. So
Because
again, that's a
because
projection
I
because it falls in. It,
because he
hold
don't
on.
go in it,
It, hold
because he
on.
doesn't give
Hold
any
on. Hold on.
specific details about the
Hold
20
on.
niggas he killed.
It's a projection. It's a projection because it falls into the proximity of something that you can
No, no, no.
understand
He's
and
talking
relate
about
to.
killing niggas 152 times. He's talking about killing a nigga in the Walmart one time. And how many times did he kill a nigga in the Walmart? One time. Now, the one time,
How many times he only talked about Meg the Stallion
yeah. Now,
one time? So again,
when he,
so what your moral? Hold
when
on.
he talked
Let me
about no,
break
no,
this
no,
shit
because when he
down. Cause
talked about
let's
killing a
really
nigga in the
get into it.
Walmart, it became a matter of self-defense. Therefore, you looked at the case. But when he talked about Megan Thee Stallion, it became a matter of a nigga doing some shit and go back to the record and tell about what the fuck he did. You look at the case, but we didn't look at the 20 niggas that he talked about murder because that was just rap lyrics.
To you, because into your proximity, you know Meg the Stallion. But to people that know the baby, all those murder stories that he tell and that he rap about, they may be like, damn, that he talking about Tone from 34th Street. Again, it falls your we become offended because it falls into the
Yeah.
proximity of what we know. If he would have just, if let's say we remove Meg the Stallion and he don't say Meg the Stallion and he just say a record about fucking a bitch, you don't take the stand and start defending the bitch. You defend the bitch because it's a proximity to what you know. How many other songs do we got where he talk about fucking bitches?
Yeah.
But that's the whole goddamn point, bro. He said it
No,
on
it's
that
not.
record.
But no, the point is you can identify with Meg the Stallion. When that nigga had that song with Meg the Stallion, uh,
Oh no.
where he was
Hold on. I think
talking about Danny Lee.
I think you got your wires crossed. I'm not identifying with Meg the Stallion. The reason he said Meg the Stallion because who she is, and the reason he told it because who she is, and he had an album
No,
dropping, and why not make that the single? Now keep in mind he could have made that by any bitch, but it wouldn't have been the single because people it wouldn't have been clickbait. I'm just saying it's a machine behind this whole shit that's pushing an agenda. It's obviously working because we talking about the shit. But at the same time, the nigga, if he did do the shit, because at the same time, niggas lie on their dick. But at the end, I don't think that he would. I hope that he wouldn't. But that ain't no G shit to me. That's just opinion, and I'm gonna stand on that, and that's how I feel about that.
yeah, you're entitled to it, but I mean, your opinion sways based on the proximity of the people in which it's relating to. Kevin Gates last month dropped a record talking about fucking Meg the Stallion, Beyonce, every other woman in the fucking industry.
Well, yeah, that was he had this little hot little run with that because they talked about it, and then the girl from City Girls had the one she was fucking the niggas in the industry. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Wait a minute. I didn't hit neither one of these. So wait a minute.
Oh
Well,
my
and
God.
that's my
Was this
point.
a?
That's what, like I say,
But
it's everything
but you
is
don't.
start. If you look at it through the prism of selective outrage, you can
I
find
don't think it's
something
selective
about any
outrage.
scenario to become outraged
I'm
about.
sorry, bro.
No, it's
I
not even outrage. It's just how they creating buzz. It's more of a it's less skills and best songs. It's more likes and controversy and staying in front of the media to push your shit like that. It's just changed, man. That's all I'm saying.
No, it hasn't changed. It's been like that since 50
I'm
Cent
finna,
came out.
I'm finna use
So
50
I
Cent as an
mean, like,
example. It's just funny that you bring that nigga up. You said it's like what? I'm sorry.
no, but like I say, man, the only time we get offended by the explosion when
Mm.
it's in our proximity. To something that we can identify with. If it's something you don't identify with, it don't pique you, it don't tweak your ear. You don't say, man, damn, that's a little
That's
fucked
the
up.
obvious though. If something don't come in your circle or if you don't feel a certain kind of way about it or think about it, you're not gonna care about it. Like that's just natural. I mean,
I agree.
you know, that's just regular money.
That's why I give the baby, I give him the grace to be like, man, all right. Ain't nothing I
If,
would
if,
do,
if,
but I respect
if the
it.
baby
Shit. Do
was
your
one of
thing,
your
Jit.
homeboys, would you tell him the same thing? Be like, hey, it ain't nothing I would do, but hey, you rock with you rock how you rock. You do you. If if he was in your
What if
actual
they was
social
sitting in
circle.
that room when he was recording the damn album though? When you say something to him,
No, not considering what Meg the Stallion did. No.
Cause you feel like she drew first blood before
No.
she tried to get him shut down for bringing Tory Lanez on the stage.
That and also she
She
rebuffed him a couple of
was.
times. She rebuffed him. He tried to apologize for the shit, and she was like, "No, I don't fuck with you like that." Like it wasn't just a one time
So wait,
disrespectful
so
thing.
her not accepting his apology was disrespectful to him?
She did it in
Her not
public.
accepting his apology in public was disrespectful to him? Like you talking about like she I'm trying to because I'm trying to make sure I fully understand. So did she like take the record in public and like try to shame him about the shit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. She was on some cancel this nigga shit. Like, dude, you like I
I
wish
mean, because
y'all would actually.
I know about the thing. I just
Sometimes
didn't know about
when
the
yeah, you got to look into it, and because sometimes when I speak, I may be a little bit more
mm-hmm.
detailed than what you may be. So if I'm trying to tell you what this came out publicly, and then if a nigga responds publicly, he should.
Mm. Do you think him bringing out Tory Lanez was a swipe at her, or him looking out for Tory Lanez? Him,
I think
like
was
him
him
picking
looking
side.
out for
Now
Tory.
had him and her fucked before he brought out Tory Lanez. So do you
Correct.
think he might have brought out Tory Lanez to slight her, even given they had their sexual encounter?
It's a lot that
Or
it's
you
a
think that
lot
could
that
have been
goes
speculation?
behind that because something came out that I guess you can say became an
What's that?
industry fact, right? Drake unfollowed Meg the Stallion, Beyonce unfollowed Meg the Stallion, and all of a sudden they fucking with Tory Lanez. So it's something that's coming out that we
Yeah,
don't
I
know
mean,
about.
yeah, I seen that
so
same shit.
hold on. Beyonce unfollowed Meg the
A
Stallion.
few people, a few I know Beyonce, Drake, a
Yeah,
few other people that were following. Maybe Nicki.
yeah,
There was a few people
Nicki,
that were following. There was a few people that were following Megan Thee Stallion, and they stopped. This is about 2 or 3 months ago, and that kind of spurred this whole thing about like what came out because ain't nobody really said shit, but something happened, and it was before she did the Gayle interview, so it wasn't that. It's just
correct.
motherfuckers don't know what it is.
That Gayle interview was horrible.
It's a Gayle interview, man. Them Gayle interviews, man,
Oh,
they get
Yeah.
weird. I don't think she should have did that.
And then it becomes Meg is a villain
But
if it comes down to that man didn't shoot that girl.
But it's not like she shot herself. She got shot.
But hold on.
If she got shot at all.
You don't think she got shot at all?
I mean,
I don't know.
In the medical reports, it don't say bullet.
I think the doctor said it looked like they got a gunshot wound. They didn't find bullets, they found fragments.
Well, they can always look at you and say it looked like something.
My nigga, but this is a doctor. I'm not finna let you discount. I'm not finna let you discount a doctor.
No, I'm not discounting the doctor, but I'm saying though, you come in with your hand cut off, they'll be like, "Did you saw it?"
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
The doctor can say a lot of different things.
The initial speculation was a gunshot, but I honestly think I don't know. I'm not gonna say who shot. I think somebody shot at her, and debris and shit from the ground bounced up, cut that ankle open. But I don't think she shot herself.
All I know, she was fucking two niggas. The niggas found out about it. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to capitalize.
So, though, what if they found out about each other right before the roll? Because this was the Rolling Loud where he where Cub brought out Tory Lane, right? Was the Rolling? Listen, I must explain something. The only concert I know about is the Rolling Loud concert. I don't know about any of this other shit that be going on in Coachella. That's the two I know: Rolling Loud and Coachella. So, could it be possible that they found out that they started comparing notes and was like, you know what? We finna go on stage together. Because did they have a song together at the time? Or they just got on stage and just started doing some freestyle shit?
No, I think that was his partner.
So shit, yeah. No, so them niggas got together, started comparing notes. Was like, yeah, we finna. You all right, done? Like he worried. You sure?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, it looked like so they got together, they compared notes, like, you know what? We finna show this motherfucker. And then they came out on stage on that motherfucking Drake 50 Cent that Game 50 Cent shit, you know what I'm saying? Shaking hands and shit. We hoes and shit. While she at home looking jaded as a motherfucker.
No, she was at the concert.
Oh, that's awkward.
Very much. So he actually broke the order.
I should have shot with them niggas. You getting disrespectful at the concert. That's rough.
Well, he broke the he broke the order of protection and actually violated his.
That's what. Yeah, I remember his, that shit. Now. Yeah, she got his ass jailed up. It's like, hey, you ain't even supposed to be here. You ain't even supposed to be here.
Correct.
Because I'm here. It was fucked up. I'll admit it was funny, but it was fucked up. That was fucked up. That was childish. Ooh, but that was against Tory though, not the baby. But if they homies, they in cahoots. Both of them matching. So this wasn't just Baby rapping his lyrics. This was Baby and Tory rapping Baby lyrics.
Well, you know, at those they bring out other people all the time.
But
let's not act like with Tory being
this is like he just happened to bring this nigga out.
Well, I mean, clearly. But I mean, it's, you know, shit. It is what it is. You know, shit. I can't knock the nigga for that shit. Talk about that bitch. Talk greasy about that bitch. For real.
No, I don't see it that way. But that's different. But on something different, this one I asked, right? Mm-hmm. Is that the van from Good Kid, Mad City behind you?
Yes, it is. So behind me, there's two vinyls. It's the Outkast, Southern Playalistic, Cadillac Music, and then that's Good Kid, Mad City. What I plan on doing is lining my walls with my what I consider iconic albums, not just hip hop albums, but iconic albums and special versions. So this is a limited edition Good Kid, Mad City, and that's a limited edition Outkast.
And their actual album.
I despise that album, just so you know, right? I say that's probably the weakest Outkast album to me.
But it's the beginning, though.
Hold on.
I hear you. I wasn't fucking with that shit.
Can we still?
that got crumbling.
Can we stare at this nigga intensely, ignorantly, please, for a second? Just
yeah, that got crumbling herb.
nigga,
What was
you
the
obviously didn't go to college, nigga.
beginning to look like what?
Get up, get out, and do something. Southern Playalistic, Players Ball.
Yeah, Players Ball, Crumbling Earth. Come on, man, that's a classic album.
But dude, no, but they were all
Hootie
those
hoo,
songs
nigga.
mimicked other songs. No, I'm sorry, no.
No, Rim, I wasn't done with you. What Funko Pop is that?
So,
Hold
all
on,
right, go
once.
ahead, bro. We just nerding out. So the two Funko Pops that you see on the right side, it's T'Challa with his Black Panther mask on because it's important. And on the other side is Killmonger with his Killmonger mask on. Now the reason they have a mask on is because on the regular Funko Pop versions they had a mask off, but on those are Chase editions, which means they're more expensive. They're worth more because they're limited edition runs. So I got T'Challa on one side, Killmonger on the other side. Yeah, on my wall, like if I take these, I can take these out, and these are albums, like they just slide out the case. But I want to get Snoop Dogg's Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style. I want to get Scarface. Go ahead. I want to get Scarface, My Diary. I want to get UGK Super Tight.
You gotta get Big, and you gotta get you can get any other pops, but that
All Eyes on Me is probably one iconic one.
Ready to Die.
Yeah, they're Ready to Die.
Come on, you need that.
I need that Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Like there's a whole bunch of albums. Yep. See, this is what I was spending my stimulus money on. Like remember when Biden was giving out money?
Yeah, the Chronic 2000. That was a hard ass album too.
Yeah, or technically 2001, but I know what you're saying.
2001, you get what
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. The Chronic 2001 was hard.
I know what you're saying.
Damn, yeah.
Set.
That Master P album.
This is Ice Cream Man. That was one. I would go buy Ice Cream Man and I couldn't get my hands on it. But there was a crack yellow edition Ice Cream Man double CD, and I couldn't get my hands on it, but I wanted that. There was also a blue one.
I would love to do that.
No, I'm pushing 50. I'm
some iconic album covers that
I'm pushing 50.
When you look at, you automatically recognize.
Look here. I moved out my mama's house when I was 21, right? And when I moved out, she gifted me two boxes of records, right? And I got shit like OJ's. I had an original Michael Jackson's Thriller, the whole album, right? I had that
What happened to it?
Let me explain something to you. I had Off the Wall. I had Millie Jackson, fucking Gladys Knight, like all this fucking Motown shit, right? I was 21, 20. I didn't know the goal that I had. At one point, I moved and I put the shit in storage or threw it away or whatever. I don't have the records anymore. This is me at 21, 22 years old. Now, at 40, I know better. So now, I'm trying to start collecting albums so I can give to my kids. But now, with me giving it to them, I'm going to teach them, or my grandkids, hey, this is an album. This is why you don't open it. This is what this album is. This is why you should collect it. This is what you get from that. This is the lesson that I learned. So,
yo, we were just talking about hip hop albums. You need to get some R&B, some classic R&B shit too.
I'll get all that shit eventually. I mean,
and Marvin Gaye.
I'll start. I'll make my way to that shit eventually. It's my heart lies with hip hop. So I'm gonna start there. I got and I want to get all coast. I want to get that Twister, Kamikaze. Oh my god!
Right.
That's all. That only had like 2 or 3 tracks on there.
So what's the hard album to you?
Don't ask this nigga that shit. Like, so you talking about what about Overdose? You didn't like Overdose?
No,
nigga. Oh my god! Every time we get on this motherfucker, you say some outrageous shit.
Who did Overdose? Who
Twister.
Yeah, Twister.
Oh fuck! I need Jeezy in this motherfucker. So you got Overdose. You got Get It Wet. You got Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries. Dope.
Unsolved
Unsolved Mysteries. Dope. Yeah, Speed Knock Lobsters on that
Hey,
bitch was
what
dope
you
too, but it
saying?
just wasn't a
That's
classic.
what I'm saying. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Dude, like
Emotions. Emotions.
that was on
That was on
that was on
Kamikaze. That's what I
Kamikaze.
said, bro.
And I said it only had like 2 or 3
We done
tracks
named.
on there
We done named
that was
4.
fire. You
Kamikaze.
okay? Those other tracks, those weren't motherfucking like superior tracks.
You're
They were
arguing
good
to be
tracks, but they
arguing,
ain't
though.
classic.
Don't do this right now with this, though. I'm not playing with you with this,
Dude,
man.
listen, okay. Let me tell you something, nigga. I
Oh
just
my
want to be
God.
clear on something,
What's
real
up,
clear
man?
on you, bro. I am music
I know you are. That's
aficionado.
why I know you fucking with me right now.
I am the motherfucking Beethoven of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm a fucking musical prodigy when it comes to that music shit, nigga. It was a good album. It was one of Get It Wet was probably one of my favorite fucking songs
I
of the
think
time.
that album spoke well for Chicago. Not like you got a couple of albums that spoke well for the Midwest to me. And we're talking about like Chicago and Cleveland and Detroit, right? So you got that original that Bone Thugs, the one with the first one, not they underground shit.
Creeping on the
Yeah. I'm sorry, I couldn't even think of the fucking name. Fuck it.
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye
Classic.
first
East
2 or 3
1999.
albums. Shit. They first 2 or 3, but I'm gonna get that
Yeah,
first one.
Their first 3 albums is probably the best 3-album run for jumping out the gate that anybody
Nigga.
ever had.
Oh my God.
Arguably, you can make an argument they dropped the hottest first 3 albums known to man from anybody.
You talking about Bone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bone first 3 albums should be in the Smithsonian.
I mean, shit. Shit, nigga, don't. I would put Creeping on the Come Up Over This Wall, but my favorite one is the East 1999.
I agree. I think East
Nigga wrap that bitch up in that motherfucking eternal chat. Nigga, don't get me started on this bullshit. But anyway, niggas don't want to have a whole wall.
No, you do need Jeezy up in this motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
That motherfucker there.
I gotta. But when I'm done, I'm gonna have a whole wall of this shit. I just ain't had time because what happened is I started looking for these special editions, and I couldn't find any more outside these 2. So I was like, all right, so do I start getting regular editions? I'm like, man, fuck. Them regular editions don't hit right. Like you take that Kendrick Lamar out the package, it's clear. That's a clear album. They only printed so many of those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was Kendrick, that album right there. I think Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper is the closest thing to that album right there.
The Kid Massive.
That right there,
yeah.
that album right there was a hard ass album. That was a one all the way through album. It was no skips.
You just let it run.
Well, it was the anti-Drake sound at the time.
I never thought about it like that.
Most
You are absolutely right. That was the Drake methadone. That's what weaned us off of Drake.
Correct. It was like, okay, damn, the left vein ain't hitting like it used to. Let me go to the right vein.
Nigga, Drake was hitting.
When Drake had Take Care, I think that was Take Care was a hard ass album.
Drake's first album went hard as a motherfucker to me, man.
Take Care was
no,
first
Drake.
album.
I don't know.
No, Drake first album was shit.
Nah, what?
No. That thing is so far gone. His first album was with Fireworks and all that other shit. Take Care.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. Was it Take Care?
First one, because I remember I thought the nigga was like Trey Songz. The one that had Trey Songz on it. Which single did he anything? Or everything?
It was Thank Me Later. Thank Me Later was the first album. Yeah. Thank Me Later.
Go.
But it only had 3 fucking great cuts on that album, bro.
Nigga, are you intentionally trying to piss me off? Are you intentionally doing this
shit?
Say
what? Dude, the song, you had the Jay-Z feature, Fireworks with Alicia Keys, and hell yeah, fucking right with Wayne. The rest of that shit was booty.
I'm not finna give you this energy tonight, man. I'm not finna let you do this to me.
Wow.
Nigga.
Wow, he's a Drake fan.
Every now and then on full moon, this nigga try me. He just say, you know what? He'll sit back he'd be
Oh,
like,
so
I'm
you
finna say,
you like that headline? They know,
yes,
they
nigga.
know, they
So he'll
know.
sit back, he'll be like, you know what? I'm finna say some outrageous shit. And then he go. No grounds whatsoever. He just say that shit. This nigga,
It was 3
this
hot
nigga's a
tracks
villain.
on that.
Nigga, you a villain.
Damn.
Nigga,
You
I'm
a
a
villain, nigga.
realist. I'm dude.
You are a
Dude, when
fortress.
see
You are a
you
fortress of
have
solitude away from being a fucking
you
villain,
have
nigga.
recency
Huh?
bias. If you go back and listen to that shit, it's only 3 songs you listen
Nigga,
to.
go ahead and send you one of those motherfucking ransom ass tapes where you holding the city hostage for $250,000. You fucking super villain. You a villain, nigga.
Oh,
Not listening to you.
okay, I'll be that. Listen, I have no problem being the villain in somebody's story, man. But I just want you to know, nigga, I am the triumphant hero in my shit.
In your story.
Correct. I'm the
That's what they
motherfucking
say,
hero.
man.
So of course I expect to be the villain. Superman evil to somebody, you know what I mean? So I get it. But you know, when it comes down to music and classics, I think that you got to look at the shit for what it is. I don't think that was a classic album. I think arguably we can say that was his worst album to date.
I'll go back and listen to it.
Nah.
I'll go back and listen to it and I'll put an argument. But
That his first album is his worst
but it
album
also
to
was the
date.
catapult that pushed all that other shit forward.
Nah, it was that mixtape.
No.
That catapult.
Think so?
Correct.
That
It wasn't the mixtape that was his catapult. His catapult was on the Young Money, the Young Money collab. Yeah.
With Bedrock.
When they
Mm-hmm.
correct. And he did, and Drake at that time, Drake was a hook and feature
when that
king.
nigga was
Drake
punching down.
And
When that nigga was punching down. This nigga recorded songs with a whole bunch of lesser than artists, Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj. Besides Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, all them other niggas was lesser than.
No, dog. You got Rick Ross.
No. I'm talking about the niggas that was on Young Money. I'm not talking about all the outside help they had on that album. I'm talking about on that album in particular, that Young Money compilation. When you had Gutter, fucking out them 2 little kids they had, that one nigga, Mac Main.
what was his name? Lil Twist. That was his name, wasn't
Yeah, Lil Twist and Chucky.
Where they at now though?
it?
You know why? Because them niggas is regular niggas. They doing regular nigga shit right now. Respectfully.
Hey, they got bigger than the program, Jack. They ain't stick to the business.
What if the
you look at Mac Man, you look at Gutter, them niggas stuck to the business. They still around.
They said they got bigger than the program. Like
they got bigger than the program.
T.I. for
the same thing happened to Roscoe Dash. The same thing happened to Rich Homie
T.I.
Quan.
first out. Which T.I. had that 24s on it? Was that I'm Serious?
That was trap music.
T.I. Trap Music is another one that I put up here.
I'm serious.
No,
Trap music was trash.
T.I. had those interludes.
Yeah.
That was hard as hell. I forget what album that was.
That was T.I. versus T.I.P. That was his afterward, where he had that light hit my face, son, brought
That
the heat.
Juvenile,
I realized I ain't slept bad all of the week.
Degree.
Yeah, now that is a classic. That's a classic. That's a classic.
When I get done with the ball, Juvenile 400 degrees.
You said Juvenile. I don't know. You know, I never could really get.
And now there you go with that shit. There you go. I expect it from this nigga, not from you. Not from you.
Yeah, play Juvenile.
Well, we can't play nothing because
Dude, we can't play music while we're on the live, Jack.
I can hear this playing now. Y'all can't hear it, so I can hear it.
You Gucci? Yeah, but nah, 400 Degrees was a classic. 400 Degrees.
That was anti-Jay-Z shit.
Ooh.
That shit that was.
Now they did put Jay-Z on the remix though. So but with all that shit being said, because I'm finna go make me another drink. That's what I want to do with my wall eventually. It's gonna be it's gonna start out as a hip hop wall or room, and it's gonna gradually progress into an album collection. Eventually, I'm gonna take these albums out of these cases and put them into like cardboard crates and keep them in there for storage, and pass down to my kids and grandkids.
All right. Well, on that note, if you gotta make another drink, let's let's just come back Friday with
That'll
some
work.
more, man.
That'll work. We're gonna close that one in.
All right, Jack. On the next
Mm-hmm. All
round.
right, take it easy.
Yeah.